Gimai Seikatsu, this with My Stepsister episode 10. And this episode, like I said in the previous episode review, was a little bit different than all the previous episodes because what happened in the previous episode was big, was defining. We all know what happened in the previous episode. There were a lot of big things. There was, Saki's big decision. There was also some more other things that happened in the episode. And because of that, I mentioned in the previous episode review that the episodes going forward, like this one, we're going to be a little bit different. We're going to be, I guess you can say, more different pace than what we have seen so far. And yeah, I guess this episode was a clear demonstration of that because this episode felt a little bit different in my opinion than the previous episode because of small little details that were shown in the episode. By the way, I'm recording this in one go, so sorry for any noises or errors that I may commit, during the recording of this review. But yeah, this episode was all about them battling their inner thoughts. They really didn't know actually what to think. They didn't know if what they were doing was right or wrong. They didn't know what to do next, especially Saki. I mean, she's really confused right now. She doesn't know if what she's doing is correct. I mean, I guess to a certain extent also Yuta because in this episode we see him, I guess you can say almost push himself to make a certain decision or to act a certain way. And that way is, by acting, I guess you can say a little bit indifferent or a little bit cold, if you can even call it like that, towards Saki and Saki herself too. So yeah, in this episode we see how, I mean, they don't know if that is the correct thing to do. They are battling their inner thoughts, like I said already. So yeah, that was basically the episode from beginning to ending. Them not knowing what to do next. And it was confusing because especially for Saki because even though she's trying to get further away from, Yuta, her actions say otherwise. She even said it herself in this episode that, she's making letters, she's making notes, she's making, I guess you can say, dinner and breakfast for Yuta, even though she's trying to get away from him. So yeah, even though in a way she's trying to get away from him, her actions say otherwise. She's confused on why she's doing that. She doesn't know what to do exactly because maybe she's, being a little bit too cold. Maybe she should be a little bit further away. Maybe she's not doing enough. She doesn't know what is right or wrong right now. So yeah, Yuta for his part is also, I guess you can say, trying to come to terms with her feelings. And that way, he will be able to, I guess you can say, better distance himself from Saki too. So yeah, another surprising thing that we saw in this episode was, I guess you can say, Yuta's feelings towards Saki's mother. We see in this episode how Yuta doesn't actually treat her as her, I guess you can say, own mother, which to me was a little bit surprising because you may think that, well, he's actually going to treat her like his own mother, but apparently not. And yeah, because of that, I guess you can say Saki is a little bit sad for that, which, I mean, I guess you can say, totally normal because you will want your stepbrother to treat your mother as his own mother also. So yeah, I guess that is totally normal. But I guess you can say he's also feeling, or I should say she's also feeling sad because the more Yuta becomes part of the family, as long as Yuta more and more treats, her own mother as his own mother, the more they become more distant. So yeah, that is why we see both of them not knowing what to do exactly with the meeting, with the teacher-parent meeting, because they know as they get closer together as stepbrother and stepsister, it is going to be a little bit more weird for them if they eventually want to be in a relationship. So they want to avoid that. They don't want to, I guess you can say, become closer together as siblings, even though that is what they are trying to do. It is a little bit confusing because they know if they do that, their potential relationship will end, but also I guess you can say they're achieving what they want, or at least what they think they want. So I mean, yeah, that is why we see them not knowing what to do with the meeting. A part of them wants to have the meeting the same day, but also a part of them don't want to have the meeting the same day because again, that will make them a little bit more closer to being stepbrother and stepsister, and they both know that if they do that, they will not be able to have a relationship, as boyfriend and girlfriend. So yeah, they are battling that too. And those small little details are what make the episode more complex because they are not only facing, the, I guess you can say, dilemma of distancing themselves one from the other, but also that if they do that, they know that they are potentially ruining the potential relationship that they can both have together. So yeah, there are a lot of small details happening in the episode that you may not notice, but if you watch it again, if you, I guess you can say, put the attention into the episode, you will see all these small details that are happening. And yeah, there are a lot of things like that in the episode, which again, I said in the previous episode review, that the episodes going forward are going to be a little bit different. And yeah, this episode was the example of that. By the way, something huge that this episode gave us was the potential love rivals for both Saki and Yuuta. Actual potential love rivals, because for example, I guess you can say Maya and Shiori are not literally love rivals. They are more girls that only make Saki jealous, but not necessarily potential love rivals. But now we have actually seen from both of them potential love rivals. I think one of the potential love rivals was named Kaho, the girl with red eyes and glasses. And also we also saw another boy that is going to be a potential love rival for Yuuta. This is the first time we actually see a potential love rival for Yuuta, because before this we hadn't seen anything like that. So yeah, this episode was also huge because of that, because now also going forward, maybe things are not going to be necessarily as we all think they're going to be. Maybe there's going to be a period where both of them are going to be a little bit more distant, or distant than we normally would think they're going to be. So yeah, I wonder if they're both going to figure out or find out that there's a potential love rival. I guess that will actually happen. I mean, I don't see why it will not happen. I guess maybe in the next episode Yuuta is going to find out about the boy, and also Saki is going to find out about the girl. So yeah, we also see that they are both going their own ways. For example, Saki is going to a study meeting, and also Yuuta was invited to some sort of meeting in an all-girls school. So yeah, they are both going their ways, they are both doing their things. So I mean, as the episodes go by and by, they are getting more distance to each other. So I mean, yeah, I know a lot of us would not like to see that, but that is just how the anime is going. And because of that, we're going to see a lot of more, I guess you could say, sad feelings from both of them. I mean, yeah, this episode was actually very complex. There were a lot of things happening. So overall, it was actually a very good episode in my opinion. And again, sorry for any noises that you might have here, in the background. But yeah, if you don't want to miss the next episode review, please subscribe to the channel. Also, if you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up. And yeah, that will be everything by me. And I guess I'll see you all in the next episode review.